Hey everyone, Gaijin Goombah here. Shh, yeah, I know, I sound a bit different. I'm experimenting with this episode. Don't tell Aki. With new games like Pokken, The Division, and Stardew Valley having recently been released, there's one particular game that I've been spending quite a bit of my free time with lately. Way of the Samurai 4. Yeah, I know, what a superb choice, right? And yeah, this game has some problems. There's a lot of weird graphical and audio glitches and oddities in the game. I mean, just look at that crowd of people. They look so excited. Eh. Come on guys, this is Japan, show a little personal space. And it's not just glitches and bugs that makes this game special. You see this 14-year-old girl over here? Yeah, she's the British ambassador to Japan in the 1800s. This Visual K looking bloke? He's the British vice envoy. Yeah, yep. Never mind the fact that the ambassador to the most powerful empire on Earth is an boppin' preteen accompanied by J Beebs over here. The overall historical accuracy in this game is just plain wrong. This game is supposed to take place during the 1850s when the legendary foreign black ships rolled into Japan proper and forced established trade. Problem: that wasn't the British, it was the Americans. July 14th, 1853, it was Commodore Matthew Perry who kicked down Japan's doors with advanced gunpowder weaponry and forced Japan into trade. Holy crap! Did you see that? Nah, I don't mean the explosion, I just mean the fact that the freaking howitzer didn't leave a mark. Nope, I'm done. I'm so freaking done. You know, this has got to be some of the best English voice acting I have ever heard. And even the parts that do work in tandem with how the game is supposed to be played, it's just freaking weird. Let's talk about the night prowling minigame. According to this game, if I'm in Japan and I want to find myself a special lady, first I have to pass her multiple choice SAT test. Don't worry guys, if you pass, she'll immediately put out. Sounds reasonable. Next, break into her home and proceed to karate chop every waking soul while keeping your eyes close to your suggestive turtle meter. The closer you are to your woman, the bigger your turtle head'll... So you find your woman, rip off her covers, and boom! There she is. Like, literal boom. So you think you're done? Guess again. Now you gotta go to the inn and proceed to awkwardly grab at your lady to make her clothes explode. No, I'm not even kidding. Or you could just drop her flat on her back on the bed. 'Cause that's romantic, right? Oh, but don't think that this means that your turtle's in the clear yet. Your lady will make you work for it. She'll playfully push you, butt bump you Peach style. Or just... oh lord, really? Finally, once you complete all that, you're rewarded with, in my opinion, the best sex scene in a video game ever. And the worst, and I mean the worst thing about this game, is the utter tedium you have to go through if you want to upgrade your weapons. You need scraps of metal which you can only get regularly by melting down swords you get from killing foes. So you have a bag full of blades and you head on to Dojima Smithy. Now, you have to select the forge, select extract, select where you're gonna get the sword to melt down from, select the sword you're melting down, confirm it, sit through a cutscene, confirm the scrap, and then you get to do it all over again about 15 more times. Even just selling blades is tedious. You'll be fighting dudes and collecting swords when, uh-oh, your inventory is full. And you can't exactly leave the fight and go sell them half the time. So instead you have to break down each individual sword into its blade, grip, and guard, which is another 5 minutes of selection screens. So when you finally get done fighting, you have to go to the vendor and not only select every individual sword to sell, but also every individual grip, blade, and guard that you broke down. I mean, just... what? And you'd think with all those grievances, the bugs, the design, the UI tedium, the absurd goofiness, and especially the historical inaccuracies, you'd think I'd hate this game, right? Actually, no. In fact, I think I love it. For all its insanity, I think the game really does encapsulate a lot of what Japan was like in the mid-1800s. At that time, samurai turned ronin had literally no purpose in the world, and they became everything from bandits to government workers. In this game, you literally arrive at the game's location, Amahara, a blank slate. You are nothing, but you have the options of becoming so many things. You can become a criminal, you can become a government worker, you could even do odd jobs for people just to get by. You can open your own dojo, or you could just become a hobo. I mean, this not only gives the player a lot of control over what they do in game, but it really does reflect what it meant to be ronin in 19th century Japan. And despite my bad-mouthing the way the game presents foreign delegates for the time period, the obscene level of resentment, hatred, and xenophobia in one of the game's factions is historically spot on. In-game, the anti-foreigner movement is trying to push out any and all foreign influence from Japan by any means necessary, and I do mean any means necessary. And you can bet your butt the same thing happened in real life. There was a huge amount of conflict in the country between Japanese and foreigners after Perry kicked their door down. In fact, in 1863, Emperor Komei defied the shogunate in power by issuing the Order to Expel Barbarians, or Joi Jiko no Chokume, to which a massive wave of propaganda and open violence against foreigners soon followed. Even really dumb things in this game like night prowling make sense. Risky and flighty affairs happened a lot then, and even now. And even to this day, it's commonplace for hotels to have a close association with sex. Simply put, houses and apartments are really close together. Walls were literally paper thin. And in order to escape for a night of pleasure, it was almost mandatory to find a hotel or inn in order to have any amount of privacy. Even little things like the dozens of different weapons and stances that accompany them are nearly all historically accurate, such as the sword stances Chudan and Waki. Again, not only adding to the customization of the game, but also providing the player with an active look into actual stances and fighting styles that incorporated not only swords, but spears as well as hand-to-hand martial arts. I admit, the game has its flaws definitely, but as far as cultural experiences go, I think it does a superb job at giving the player a glimpse into 19th century Japan. And even though it feels like a goofy 1970s samurai drama, I think anyone who enjoys that sort of old Japanese culture would really get a kick out of this game. Goombah seal of approval, now go out and play it. And speaking of playing, if you'd like to watch my lovely lady Aki and I play some really out there Japanese games, or if you're hungry for more culture and gaming, click that I, annotations, and links in the description to check them out. But thanks for watching and your constant support, everyone. And until next time, this is Gaijin Goombah signing out.